that tweet.
Are we going live? Hey! Yes, we are.
I think we're on.
Smooth.
Yeah, we are on, guys. Stop that.
All right, welcome back. We're going on with Rooster Teeth's and YouTube's E3 coverage. Now I've got the guys from Have Films.
Hey.
So we've got Ross, Trot, and Smith.
Yeah.
I don't know if for those who aren't familiar, which is not many people, because everybody knows who you guys are. These are the guys. You guys did one of my favorite things. You guys did was the official the Minecraft trailers.
Oh
yeah. That's where we started.
We still do them.
They're
we
amazing.
still do them,
Yeah.
like updates and stuff that go on to Xbox Live.
It's one of the things I like about that is that like Mojang had you guys. I mean, you're fans of the game. You're members of the community. You're passionate enthusiasts. Also, you're better than most people who make game trailers.
Oh,
Well, thank you very much. I mean,
Very
we can't.
I did say I was
really.
a fan. How did you guys get into doing that for them?
That is a good
Yeah,
story.
we'll go with this guy, the guy with the lovely lipstick to the right.
Oh,
my
yes.
right.
Let's
Okay,
everyone
right.
note. We took him into makeup, and he took it very seriously.
He's never had a makeup
Very lovely
artist
makeup
before.
lady.
And he said, well,
I said, can I get the full works? And she went to town.
Yeah, she
So,
really did.
I think
Yeah.
she could have done more. There's
filled with
blushing and
Do you think
contouring
that's a
that
look
could have
that-
happened.
Will you stay with that look, you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my color.
I think you
Usually I go
should,
for-
Trot. I think you should go with it.
I don't know.
Let us know if red is his color. Hashtag RTE3.
Yeah. Yeah, it suits you, mate. It's
So,
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Going back to the story of how we got involved with Mojang,
Go for it.
it's stupid. So
Yeah.
Right.
me and Ross just came out
yeah,
of
we were,
uni
yeah.
doing a film and television course, so we were to the brim, like by the book. You have to get permission for everything you do. Like copyright is a big no-no. And so when we started doing Minecraft Let's Plays, like everyone started doing, like C-Nanas was doing, we were like, okay, let's do this. It was like back in 2009, I think,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it was
wow.
2011.
when Minecraft was in like alpha.
Yeah, 2011.
Those are two very different
That's a
dates.
couple of years
A while
between
ago.
that time zone. 2011.
I think it was 1985.
Yeah, around that. But yeah, we emailed Mojang saying, is it okay if we use footage from Minecraft?
Because we didn't check their website. It says on their website that you can, and we looked past that and emailed
Sorry,
them
my
directly.
mascara is getting right in my eyes.
And
Welcome to being a lady.
It's wonderful. It's
wonderful.
But yeah, from that, the CEO, Carl, emailed us back,
yeah.
completely ignoring that question and saying, your videos are amazing, can we use them at a convention because we're
Was it
taking
PAX?
Minecraft?
Which one was
I
it?
think it was
It was,
PAX.
like, it was like a booth video, wasn't
I think it
it?
was
Yeah, it was a
PAX.
booth video.
Yeah,
the
he,
first
they
one.
wanted
Yeah.
to use it for like, booth stuff.
And we said, we can do one better, why don't we make something custom for you, specifically for that event? They were like, that's amazing. And from there, they were like, why don't we do the patch trailer updates, inform everybody. There wasn't really an easy way back then to find out what the new updates were for Minecraft.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we said, why not do a cool little trailer? And so we did that for a little while, and now we do all the console.
Yeah, so now
Yeah.
obviously there's lots of stuff like with Minecraft on Xbox, Minecraft on PlayStation, Minecraft on smartphones,
Yeah.
and so whenever anything new comes out on those, we tend to make
Which
videos.
is a
for them.
surprising amount. You'd be surprised
Yeah.
about the amount of mashups that they've come up with.
So yeah,
probably that we
consoles
can't
have all of
mention
these
all
like packs and stuff, like
Yeah,
the sort of their take.
Well,
on
like
it.
the Mass Effect or the Halo. Is that
Exactly.
all
Yeah,
you
we did
got?
that.
Yeah, we made all
Yeah,
of that. Yeah. So, and then like there was some really cool stuff. So we went to Minecon in Las Vegas, and we were at like one of the parties, and Deadmau5 was up on stage, and just one of our videos was playing in the background, like
Yeah,
one of
that
the
was-
trailers we made, and it was pretty cool.
That's a strange clubbing experience.
Yeah,
when you see
yeah.
A Minecraft video playing in the background of Deadmau5 stuff. So that's
Yeah.
pretty strange.
That was funny.
But
That's like a life
Real.
experience. Are you guys going to Minecons next month?
One
possibly.
in London, possibly. We're not sure yet.
We're not sure yet. We-
It's all up in the air.
See.
Well, because you're sort of here. You're doing a road trip, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Around
you're not
LA.
sure if you'll be back because it's in the UK, which I don't know if anyone's noticed, but they're not from here.
No.
Oh no, we're.
Damn it, I thought it was put on a really good LA accent.
Yeah, we
No, no,
thought we really
put on an
perfected
American
it.
accent. It's terrible at it.
All right, before we go any further, best American accent.
I'm not doing an American accent. I've done it before and everyone lost
So
faith.
I like totally
There we
come
go.
from LA.
He
and,
makes up for it.
I like eating quite good stuff like tacos
Taco.
Take
and
Tacos.
Mexican
I feel
food.
bad doing accents. I just like we do them a lot, but
It's
My
just when someone
favorite,
tells you to do the accent, it's
celebrity
terrible.
is like Brad Pitt
That's not
and
like Brad Pitt.
Angelina Jolie.
Dude, can you
That's
do a good
terrible.
English accent?
Yeah.
Do a
I'll
Kate
flip it
Middleton.
back on you.
See, the problem with doing a British accent is that mostly I want to do an impression of Gavin Free, who is
That's-
also British from
yeah.
Achievement
Okay.
Hunter. And what I end up with, oh, you're Cheerio, how totally
Yeah.
do. Because that's all we do,
Yeah,
making
we
fun
hear
of
like
it.
that.
Becomes very Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Like, very
Like,
just
wait,
like,
oh, that's
well, that's over the top.
oh, that bird is tough.
All right,
And
now.
so it ends up going into cartoon proportions. I like to try to channel some with Elizabeth Hurley or something, and it never
right.
works. I always turn into weird Gavin.
Weird,
Pretty good,
weird
though.
Gavin.
Oh, thank
I think that was better than
His
my
accent.
LA one.
Yours was pretty good.
Was
Yours
it?
Pretty good.
Was
I thought
it?
so.
It was
Yeah.
super.
I don't believe it.
I mean, you could throw in a few more likes, maybe a couple more you-knows
Yeah.
every sentence.
Sort of like-
Is that sort of Californian?
Let me
Like-
take a selfie, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Let me take a selfie.
Let me take a
But
selfie.
speaking of California, you guys are here doing a road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
well, originally we were just like, right, let's go to E3. So we were going to E3, and then we're like, well, we're going to be there for a few days. Why not make it like, because it's a 12-hour flight here, and so we thought, well, let's stay here for 10, 11 days. So we're hanging around in LA for a few days, going up to the Sequoia National Park,
Yeah.
going over to Las Vegas for 5 days to drive sports cars in the desert and stuff.
We got the most American car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
So
It's pretty American.
we're doing this road trip, obviously, and we're driving it all, and we're like, oh, we better get like an American-looking car. So I don't know if you can tell, but
May-
I listen to a lot of rap music.
Is it red?
It's really up.
No.
Is
Well, we
it
don't know yet.
convertible?
We haven't
It's
chosen
fine.
it.
No, it's we went for a Cadillac Escalade, so it's like
Which is pretty American. That's pretty American, right?
we're like
That's so American.
Yeah.
You're driving a city.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
So we feel like rappers now.
Yeah.
You know, like
We were looking at Mustangs and stuff, but
Yeah.
our luggage wasn't going to fit in that.
Yeah.
So we
Does
thought,
everybody
well,
see you rolling? Do they see you
They're gonna.
hating?
exactly. I think they will be.
they'll be
hating.
checking out our
Yeah.
24-inch rims.
No,
It's
it's
going to
pretty
be
funny.
a good experience.
Well, because we're from quite rural parts of England, and like secondary school, which is like high school, I guess. We were listening to lots of rap music, and it's just the weirdest thing. Like, if you
Sorry,
imagine,
but
like,
I never was.
oh,
He's
I
talking
do
about
not.
very
Trot
personal
would listen to
experience.
rap music that I would play him.
Yeah, yeah. He forced me
It's
to
just
listen.
funny. It's like, they always used to talk about Escalades, and now we're going to be driving around in one.
We
Like,
Now
playing-
we're living the dream.
We're playing a lot of Mike Jones.
Yeah.
If you've heard of him.
Could you park most cars from the UK inside the Escalade?
yeah, easily.
Yeah.
To be honest, we
Get a couple of minis in there.
well, we were looking at fuel economy and stuff, and because of the difference in prices of gas, fuel, petrol.
Let's go get some
the
gas.
quote?
Yeah.
Didn't need quotes.
Gas.
yeah,
That's what
well,
it is.
It
Whether
is
you
just
want to
that.
call it petrol or diesel or whatever or fuel. The price
call it
of
petrol.
running Escalade
We call it
in the US is running like a really economic compact in the UK. If we drove a car that did the same MPG as most of your giant SUVs, you just wouldn't be able to afford to run it. Like, it's ridiculously expensive. Our fuel's like 3 or 4 times more expensive than it is here.
Did we also mention we've never driven in America before?
Yeah, so that's going to be
Yeah.
exciting.
we
How
got
do you like the
biggest
right
car.
side?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
LA's just huge motorways everywhere. You know?
Well, our first experience
Only
was
lane.
straight out of the airport, so that was a terrible experience with the
Does-
cars.
Does playing video games on the right side of the road make it easier to make that transition?
See, with GTA,
I don't
I
really
just
think
drive
so.
on our side of the road in GTA and just avoid the
Well, it doesn't
traffic.
matter. You can drive on the
Way
side. You
more
can drive
fun.
on the pavement, and it's just like on the sidewalk, and it's just like, well, you can't really apply that logic.
I don't
'Cause
think
if we
it's
did,
like,
other people are going to get injured, and that's
It doesn't
dangerous.
develop good habits
No.
playing games like GTA.
No, otherwise there'll be drive-bys.
What is
and we
really
can't do
cool
that.
is how similar GTA is to LA, though. Like,
Well,
we
some
can-
bits, yeah.
Well, yeah, not obviously exactly. You don't.
Key points.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
really the whole thing.
But like, parts of the airport, for example, LAX, you can see similarities between that and like Los Santos.
Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're staying down on Santa Monica like beach, so not actually on the beach. Like,
we
Yeah,
are
we
actually
dug some
intent-
holes.
Yeah.
And, like burying ourselves. In the sand.
it's a budget trip.
What's
Spend it all on the
probably
Escalade.
the best reflected in GTA, part of LA?
I don't know.
we
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
Like the
We haven't
parts
seen
of
enough.
LA that you've seen that you feel like is best represented in the game.
we haven't seen
the
enough of LA.
really
yet.
big building out
The
that
one
way.
that's like right,
The
yeah.
really tall.
Oh, yeah,
what's,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
the really big one? There's
It's something like 71 stories.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
they
It's
count.
a weird
It's
Doesn't
shape.
that
really big. It's the U.S. Bank building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty iconic.
And also, like, obviously the pier, like Santa Monica Pier, like
Yeah.
it looks exactly like it with the Ferris wheel or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I just can't get over the road systems in LA. Well, it's the first time I've been here, and it's just.
Well,
what
having
we-
6 lanes, like, yeah.
We have motorways.
We have 2
that are
lanes,
smaller
one,
than-
one each way, and
than
that's
the
it.
roads here.
So, not to be distracting or anything from the topic
Of
of,
course,
traffic
of course, yeah,
and,
traffic is
and,
the great-
and Santa Monica.
Should we talk about the weather as
But
well?
we are at E3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
What have you guys seen so far?
a really big building outside. It's 71. We've seen
Battlefront was really good. Looked really good.
Battlefront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw some gameplay footage of Battlefront, which
Did you get
really
hands-on?
no, because the
not
queue
yet.
was ridiculous, and so we didn't bother.
We
queuing
kind of just
for
did a
that.
quick walk around the whole thing before we came here.
Yeah.
So like we haven't really had time to queue for anything yet. But I think like this is the first time I've seen in-game footage, really like proper in-game footage. We were watching people play it and stuff.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. I'm excited to play with all the vehicles and stuff. Like it just looks great, and the snow looks amazing. Like they had the host level and stuff. I
And
think
the
Battlefront
pew lasers.
and the pew pew AT-ATs.
Gotta
yeah,
get those.
I did this when I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really
Especially
awesome.
when the music comes in the end, you're just like, oh yes.
It's such a great IP.
Yeah.
Like,
So is that the best thing you've seen at the show, probably? Or
No.
are there
Like,
other
he wants
announcements
to
that
see
you're more
Total
excited
War,
about?
and he hasn't-
yeah, well, it's behind closed doors. There's a
Friends
new
behind
Total
closed
War
doors.
game, the Warhammer one.
Okay.
And like our office is full of Warhammer at home, so like I love Total War games, and Warhammer is just a really great IP to bring into that. One thing we did see earlier was all the VR stuff. Like there is
Yeah.
so much VR.
That's what I was
like
gonna say.
everyone's heard of like Oculus and Steam VR
Yeah.
and Sony's.
You can just see
attempt
people rigging themselves up in these little machines
Oh, that's
running
the
on the
most
spot. And it's
crazy
just like,
thing. So you know the VR, you get the goggles, right? You get these goggles, but then there's a whole area like this way of all the stuff where people walk on the spot and they have really slidey socks,
slippy socks on, and then
and it
just
just
like, yeah.
looks. I just
Looks fantastic. Is what the word you're trying to.
yeah. If any sponsors are out there, it looks
Incredible.
fantastic.
It
But
looks
I really
great.
don't
Pretty
think
good.
I'm not sure about it at all. I don't want to play games sliding on the spot on my socks. I don't know.
I think it's
like,
worth giving it a go.
That's
first.
my dream.
Give it a go
it's
first,
like,
mate.
it's like
Try it
Connect,
first.
you know? Like Connect is cool and you can see some really cool applications.
Oh, right, the Kinect,
But you
yeah.
don't want to spend your entire time gaming going,
Yeah, but it's one of those things you got to try, isn't it?
it's like
You gotta
there's
try it
only
first.
so far you can go. It's like mouse and keyboard, right? So there's a reason we've had mouse and keyboard for so long because it's a really, really great way of interacting with a computer. I think that like, I don't know, I feel like in 10 years time, when we look back at the slidey socks VR stuff, you're just going to be like, why? I don't know. I may have
There we
just
go. You
completely
could be really
destroyed
wrong.
a segment of gaming there,
Very
but yeah.
He's a slayer.
There's some aggressive hate on VR
I am
right
quite
there.
a
That's
sadist.
what you-
There is a question on here saying, how does it feel being 90% made of salt?
Yeah.
Is
Salt
that
is a
you?
really
Is that
good-
Yeah,
is,
no.
this, is this question about you?
Because he's very
Yeah.
salty.
Question.
As
I,
you literally just experienced with his discussion of VR.
Oh man, I literally, yeah, I think that, I
he
don't know.
rages the most.
I'm
isn't he?
hoping that's my dynamic in our trio. Maybe it's not a good dynamic. People, yeah, I get a lot of hate.
We play a lot of
Yeah.
old games on Nintendo,
Yeah.
and because we may not have played them before or something, so we got a first look at it. It's normally rubbish, and we're like, oh wow, this is terrible to play. But then obviously people who are watching are like, oh, this is my childhood
Yeah.
game. I love this game,
Destroying.
and then they hate us because
Yeah.
and it's normally the words of Smith here that cause that. So
On a related note, Odd Lazier Arrow on Twitter asks if you're going to mess with Shin on Cornerstone again.
Maybe.
Well, with Cornerstone ended
That's
last
finished.
week, so
So that series finished
to go
last
back
week.
to it would be wrong. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Maybe we
See.
could start Bonus Storm, which is
Bonus
the,
Storm
the
was
alternative reality.
Yeah, we made up an alternative name for a
Yeah.
series called Bonus
Yeah,
Storm,
yeah.
but I'm not really sure it's going to kick off.
Much more
We'll see.
refined professional series, that one.
Very important note. One, you should never do an American accent again, according to the internet.
Okay. Thank you.
And two,
good.
according to Rob3342421, you look like a lady of the night, and it's definitely your color.
Like a lady of night. That's what he asked the makeup artist to do. That's
Yeah.
spot
Be
on.
pretty, and she did.
He just kept shouting more rouge, more rouge.
More rouge.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Very
Yeah.
diva.
Douse
Very
me.
diva.
Well, first time for everything.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna wrap up here, but we're gonna be back in just a few minutes with an episode of The Patch, which is Rooster Teeth's gaming podcast. So we will be right back for that. Stay tuned, and thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
All right.
We need to
Thanks for
talk.
having
We
us.
need to talk more about Battlefront.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We need to play it.